Okay guys, Mr. B back here again. We're getting there. Starter is in. We got the shifter is in. The shift linkage is all hooked up. What else do? We got the clutch linkage in. We're gonna get the test with the drive shaft. We'll get the wheelie bars on. We got some brake lines to put on. So like a ton of stuff yet to do, but we're making it. We're getting there. This thing's starting to look like something else. So let's get on a few of those other tasks. All right, here we go. Okay, folks, we're back. Let's see. So, engine is mounted. We talked about that. We got the drive shaft in. Of course, you saw me. I put the starter in. I put this back in, which is battery cutoff. And this was already in the car. And in order to save some time, wiring, it's kind of a hidden location, I guess, so nobody can start the car. It's not really for drag race safety, so we may put another one in the back. So, but in order to save some time, the wires are already here, the feed wires, so we're going to leave that. We got the shifter in, if you can see that. So there it is, up through the floor of the car. Here's your battery switch right there. That's it. You can see it's like really tucked up inside the motor mount. I mean, whoever did it, it was kind of a good idea, I guess. Drive shaft is into the back of the car for now. We'll probably have to take it out again before this is over. We're going to change these tires out and so on. In order to get, whoa, sorry, I'm like real close. In order to get the headers in, I don't know if you can see it up there, but we're going to have to take this clutch linkage out again, put the pipes in, and then hopefully put it back in. It's a real tight squeeze here on the driver's side of this car to get those pipes in here. So that's going to be a little tricky. Over here, you could drive a tractor trailer through this side. All we got is the starter. Lights out. This side, though, it's going to be like getting it through a pond. Noticed one thing we're going to definitely have to do something about. That's the fact that these motor mounts, let me see if I can get a little more light up here for you. So those motor mounts right there, which are the custom mounts, but it looks like this clutch throw is going to hit. So we're going to have to take a look at that. And I did notice that the older one, it was... the corner was knocked off the block there, ground off, so we're probably going to have to do that to this one, but I'm not going to do anything until we get in there and see exactly how much we're going to take out so that I can take out as little as possible. Put in these two brake lines here. These go up to feed the master cylinder, front and rear. There's somebody taking those out for the engine removal, so they're up there. They're just hanging out way up the top up there. We'll get those connected to the master cylinder when we get a minute. Million other things to do here, of course, but we're making progress. So if you can't tell, I've got these are the power feeds. So the battery's in the trunk, and you got your hot and your ground coming from the back. It's blue, not black, but I don't know what's going on there. Alright, so we got it down, and as you can see, if you can see behind me, I've got the blower sitting on top of the blocks, not bolted down yet, but we got that sitting up there. The motor is, of course, all bolted in now. I got the headers on this side. On the driver's side, though, it's always a situation. There's a lot of stuff on the driver's side, steering included, and getting the headers in there is a little bit of a pain in the neck. So we're going to strip off some of the stuff that we put on, but I put the alternator on and such to see where we're at for fitting. Same thing with the master cylinder and the brake booster, so we can see where the engine was lining up and then everything lined up or whatnot. So we're going to have to strip out a bunch of stuff out of the driver's side, although it's just in there with a couple of bolts. So that'll solve that, and then we're going to try to snake these headers down inside. So that's going to be tricky. Might have to unbolt the steering box. We're going to see if we can squeeze these in here. Might have to take the power steering pump off again, but only 2 bolts, so no big deal with that. Let's see what else is done. Of course, we talked about, we got the drive shaft in and all that stuff. So the bottom of the car is pretty well together. Ways to go yet, but definitely some serious progress today. So it's kind of late. It was real busy in the shop here earlier. Everybody's going out to dinner, so it's quiet right now, so I'm vlogging now. We have a lot going on here. Of course, we have a huge collection of cars, and there's a big event this week coming up for 4 days. So besides working on things like this, we're also moving around a lot of cars in the museum area, which, prepping for the celebration of the Rover automobile, which happens here at our headquarters at Classic Drive. Dirk, as you know, has a pretty large collection of Rovers, some really nice ones too, and he knows a lot about them. He's got a lot of friends that have them, so they're bringing cars down, and they're going to have a little bit of a celebration. They do every year, so a few days and rally and driving and things like that. So you'll probably see some of that on the channel. Now, don't forget, of course, like, subscribe, all that stuff really helps out. Give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to click the notification bell there, subscribe, hit the bell. That way you'll know when we upload a video. I upload, Mr. B's vlog, Dirk's going to be uploading. Of course, he's going to be uploading from China pretty soon. He's driving across Europe, so that's going to be cool. We get some really cool stuff coming up for the Orange Drag Strip reunion. We've been talking to some of the families that are racing. And so you're going to see a little bit of that. And we got a lot of other really, really, really great stuff. Museums, car shows, stuff that's happening here in the shop. We've got some cars coming in that we're going to take a look at that are really, really unique. So, we carry on, we continue on. If it has wheels, we're probably screwing around with it somehow. All right, well, I'm going to do a little bit more. It's getting late, but I'm going to stay for a while. Pressure's on. This thing's got to get done. So, all right, here we go.
The way to fight is one battle at a time. You may have won today, but I'll see you at the finish line. All is fair in love and war. You pull no brakes when you're riding to the core. All is fair in love and war.
All right, so wrapping things up here. We got a lot done. A lot more to do. Waiting for some parts to come in. Those should be here today. Hopefully that shows up. Fuel system, and a bunch of little stuff that we need to get this going. We're getting a lot closer. The bulk of it is done, but a lot of little things to do before we can put the nose back on this car. But as you can see behind me, I'm moving around here. We got headers are in place, waiting for some gaskets. They're just sitting there. Radiator hoses, pulleys. We got to get the power steering pump and the alternator can go back on right there. But right now, I'm leaving that open so we can get to the manifold bolts. This side, no problem. Of course, on the passenger side, it's easy. Once again, this is really a tight squeeze in here, but it fits. It totally fits. Solid mounted, and solid mounted body, so pretty rigid car. So we'll get all of this stuff put back in once we get the parts in. So those should be in today, hopefully, or the next day. We got a lot going on here in the shop. We do have new brakes coming for this too, so some new Wilwoods coming. We're gonna get those banged onto the front of this real quick once they get here, and we're gonna make this thing sing pretty soon. There it is. So I think she's going to be really great. If anything, it's going to make us smile. So until next time, which will be soon. So that's it for Mr. B here in the shop, and we will catch you on the flip side.